Our buddy Hibiki TMD on Twitter asks, why all the hate for Final Fantasy X?
And I'm going to let you take most of this, but I will say, full disclosure, I was never a big Final Fantasy person. I tried to do some research about that game before we... Oh, shit, I'm not even playing that right game mode. Sorry, guys. Before we talked about this, and all I saw for this game was praise until I got to, deep forums about, like, Final Fantasy fanboys. And all I could read, the only minor things was that the game might have been too easy in some cases. And while some people praised it for its voice acting because it was early in the PS2, others seemed to not like it. I don't know. To me, it seemed like nitpicking. Every reviewer, even the non-big guys, I'll call them, like common reviewers, most people seem to really like it. So I actually didn't see much hate at all for it. And if there is hate, it sounds like it's just people being nitpicky bitches. But that's just me.
Yeah, full disclosure too, I'm also not a big Final Fantasy guy. The only one I fully played through was the first one on the NES, and I played some of 7 and got bored. Oops. But basically, from what I can tell, it's mainly a lot of the character development. This is all like in hindsight too. Like, people hate the main character. I think his name's Titus, and his voice acting doesn't help. He comes off like a whiny, bitchy, just utterly annoying guy to write a character game around. But that kind of carried over to a lot of more recent Final Fantasies too, from what I've seen. Yeah, I mean, I remember when it first came out, and this was, God, 2000, 2001. And back in high school, that's all people were talking about. The graphics were amazing. It was a huge game. It was a huge story. I'm sure Final Fantasy X too, with its basically nothing but fan service, didn't help the legacy of it. But yeah, all I know as an outsider looking in is that most people love it. But if you do want a good critique video of some guy just really taking it to town, there's a YouTuber named Spoonie who used to do stuff. He's kind of fallen off the map, but he did like this 8-part. He did I see Brian's watched his stuff before.
Go on.
But yeah, but he made like an 8 or 10-part video, something ridiculous, just like taking it to task. So if you want to see some hate for it, you'll see a lot of reasons there. But from what I can tell, it's a game that people seem to love.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a great question, and we appreciate it. But I mean, one of the things, I don't know if you asked a question from someone who you yourself like the game and don't understand it, or you are someone who does hate it and want to get our take on it. If you are someone who does like the game and like you're like confused why, I mean, like I said, people will find something to complain about, and Jim and I have played many games, and in a lot of our reviews we talk about, hey, this game was like panned and overly hated on. Sometimes it just becomes a popular thing to like be a part of the crowd that hates on something. It's just, that's what it is. People bitch too much, and it wasn't exactly like that one game I played when I was a kid, so it's not good anymore. It's stupid shit. So if you do enjoy it, then keep enjoying it and just ignore those people.